Today we will be explaining the 7 principles of the U.S. Constitution. First, let's talk about the background of the convention. It was held at Philadelphia in 1787. George Washington was chosen to be president of the convention. What we need to keep in mind is that these 7 principles are the foundation of how our government works. Remember, there are 7 principles of the U.S. Constitution, and we're about to review them with you today.
Another important principle of the Constitution is checks and balances. Checks and balances is divided in 3 equal branches. One of the branches is the executive branch. The leader of the executive branch is the President of the United States. It is also responsible for implementing the law that are created by the legislative branch. The legislative branch is also called the Congress. It is part of the government that writes up and votes in laws. The judicial branch is a Supreme Court with 9 judges. It resolves matters brought before in a fair, timely, efficient, and open manner.
Another important principle of the Constitution is federalism. Federalism is the idea that power is shared between the federal and state government. States, for example, have the power to set their own local laws. National government has the power to regulate trade. So remember, federalism is protected in the 10th Amendment.
Another important principle of the Constitution is individual rights. Individual rights refer to the liberties of each individual to pursue life and goals without influence from the other individual or the government. Examples are right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which were stated on the United States Declaration of Independence.
Another important principle of the Constitution is separation of powers. Separation of powers is divided into 3 branches. The first branch is legislative branch, creates laws, House of Independence, and the Senate. The second branch is executive branch, enforces laws and is where the president is the head of the government. The third branch is judicial branch, in terms of laws is the Supreme Court and the Courts of Appeal. Remember, separation of powers was inspired by Baron de Montesquieu and ensures that the power is not in place of 1 branch but 3.
Another important principle of the Constitution is republicanism. Republicanism is the idea that the people are allowed to vote for their representatives. This allows the citizens' voice to be heard throughout a political system. For example, citizens vote for representatives that will make and carry out laws that you, the people, would like to be implemented. Such examples are outlawing drugs.
Outlawing.
An important principle of the Constitution is popular sovereignty. Popular sovereignty is the principle that the authority of a state and its government is created and sustained by the consent, which means permission. So the government gets its power from the people. We the people choose our representatives such as the president, vice president, people in office, and so forth. We the people have the final say-so.
Another important principle of the Constitution is limited government. Limited government is a principle that restricts the power of our government. Our government is bound by the Constitution. This idea of limited government is inspired by the Magna Carta of 1215, which limits the power of the king. Even if you work in the legislative, judicial, or executive, you can still go to jail because that's the law that limits the government.